Gamers, I was 100% sure I was going to have a throat bubble. In fact, I'm not convinced that the throat bubble is not going to bubble up and give me frog voice. We're back with the Bazaar. The Bazaar has survived another weekend. And we've made it to Monday with a video that's probably going to go up on Tuesday, although it depends. I'm like, honestly, it's crazy what 4 or 5 inches of snow can do to a Vancouverite's lifestyle. I'm looking out the window and I'm like, my whole day might be screwed up. my whole week might be screwed up. We go barrel. Smoke them if you got... Vanessa has like 2 builds, man. I'm not going to apologize. And I've learned from my Discord. My Discord was giving me some nice tips. They said, in almost every single circumstance, you should be XP maxing on day 1. Don't get it twisted. They said the one caveat... Sorry, that's my Google chat, not yours. The one thing they said was an exception is sometimes you might, if the choice is between XP and the 5 regen, if you think you can win day 1, they go XP. If you think you can't, they go regen. Or maybe it's vice versa. I wasn't reading all that, to be honest with you. Sorry that happened, or congratulations, or whatever. I guess I shouldn't be super stoked about Silk, because, or sorry, about Scrap, because it's only 3 shield, but it's 3 shield that we don't have at present. There's not much else we can get this value. It's day 1. Like, just chill, man. It doesn't need to go to the moon already. Okay. And then, if possible, a shop that can fill our board with small and mediums or mediums. We'd rather see small and mediums, because we'd love to see Pearl. Okay, I mean, pufferfish is something, and piranha is aquatic, but you cost 4 to reroll, so I'm gonna roll. I'm not thrilled with what we've got, but coral armor might be able to find a place. Now I gotta think about this for a second. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just place you, and we take a skill that improves our shields. I mean, this would be really good if we had a weapon. I'm just gonna take the 10 gold. I don't want to say that we're going to lose day 1. We could lose day 1, but I think we have, like... I mean, a silver barrel early is kind of prodigious shielding early on. And yeah, maybe you've seen this build before, but you know what we haven't seen in a while? 2 decent runs back to back. So cut me some slack, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say just chill on my goat, okay? You burn me, but I also burn you in the process. Folks, we're gonna win day 1. We're gonna win day 1 against the dually that... Well, he's not doing all that much. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm just calling it like I see it. We got a barrel that's shielding us for 163, and winning early is... I'm just remembering now because it's been so long. Winning early, it's like JT Miller and Elias Pettersson. It solves a lot of problems, which is why they had to trade JT Miller, because we lost a lot of games. Lost a lot of games this year. You guys following the biggest trade of the week? JT Miller to the New York Rangers? I don't know basketball, man. I'm making a joke. I'm making a joke. I'm reining it in. You guys see Maestro? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, this is what I'm doing here. May seem kind of crazy, but I saw lots of opportunities for XP maxing. Our money's not going bad. We could just take it to the shop later. You may... I really don't think that the Shadowed Cloak is going to have like a serious run, but it may be able to fill space on our board just to be able to charge the pufferfish up a little bit. And dude, am I crazy? Maybe we don't even want the pufferfish long term. I mean, getting it going, we know it works. It can at least give you a viable chance of having a decent run. If you get the jellyfish and maybe like other aquatic items. But what if we could just find a way to duplicate our barrel and then run 5 barrels? Now, haters will say there's no mechanic in the game that lets you do that. There's no store that is a photocopier. Where there's a will, there's a way, brother. Whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. That's what they always say. Bronze tier aquatic for sure. It's something. We want non-weapon items. Let's stop the XP max and we need to improve the board. You're a necessary purchase. One weapon builds. Apollo, my Bazaar sensei, has been telling me that one weapon builds can work. We don't have a weapon though, so it's kind of tough for us to do it. I guess we don't mind. You don't get hasted. But you do add to our poison. We really win by shielding. I'm just trying to figure out if it's worth buying this to add one value to this. We lose 1 gold in the process. It's probably not worth it. We lose 1 gold eventually. It's not a good use of the time value of money. Small items are important, but you know what? I see an opportunity. I'm gonna try it. I think we got a good chance against the rogue scrapper, man. I'm just trying to figure out, because you're at the bronze level. 10% cooldown reduction on the barrel. Maybe it clears these two. And then, again, we just, like, the pufferfish... Alright, that was my bad. I don't know if I've ever made that sound before. I clicked escape rather than fight, which there's really no reason for, but... Alright, let's see what we got going on here. I'm sorry to say that I think you're rinsed. Anyway, before we had the moment that's going to be the most rewatched moment of the video, that's right, get Mr. Beasted, fellas. Wait a minute. Are we... No, we're gonna lose today. Never mind. Well, I don't know what's going to happen. We have more shield, but they have a life preserver. Their barrel is better. But ours should be going more often, unless they got cooldown reduction. Oh, no, we still won. Maybe I wasn't crunching the numbers right. Either way, we were at 2 wins. It sucks we didn't... I think we would have beaten the rogue scrapper, to be fair, but... we don't... The pufferfish is maybe, like, mid-game if we get the other scaffolding around it. We'd love a small shield item, man. That's the one. That's the one we want to see. For now, I think we're mostly just concerned with... 6 seconds, 6 seconds, 6 seconds. We're mostly just concerned with getting as much shield as possible. This seems like a good XP max for me. We can upgrade a bronze.
Waiting to be filled.
I see the value of the pufferfish for sure. But I also feel like the pearl is... I mean, it gets twice as good. You get 2 more poison. We really don't have the haste enabled. Oh, no, wait a second. The thing is, we could upgrade Star Chart. But we usually pull Star Chart to get more aquatic items out for more charge. So I think that Pearl is the way. No disrespect to Maxine or whatever.
Will inspire the crew.
And maybe let's reduce your cooldown as much as we can. All right, let's see, man. Well, let's see. You wanted a piece of me? Now you got access to the whole thing. Let's see how this goes, bro. Don't slow my whatever this item's called. Coral armor or whatever. Coral. Want to hear a joke? Remember that? Rick Grimes or whatever. I wouldn't know it that well because I stopped watching The Walking Dead at the mid-season break in season 2 because I just couldn't handle... I'm sorry, maybe this is like a mid-wit take. I couldn't handle any more stuff on the farm, man. I just couldn't take it. But then Walking Dead fans, I'm sorry to lampoon you like this, but everybody's the butt of the joke at some point, myself included. Walking Dead fans will really be like, bro, if you stop watching in season 2, you missed a half dozen great episodes over the next 10 years, okay? So, like, it's really your loss. Okay, I'm manic. All your weapons gain damage. Thanks for nothing, buddy. I told you we could clear him, though. Now, this is an interesting choice, man. Because poison is good, but silver tier items could be a big leap. We always do the poison. This seems like a crazy pickup, man. And then to like pull you and put in a beach ball seems incredible. You're just not the... One day we'll get a good flagship run. It's not this one. Wait a second. Because you haste, we got to reconsider. You probably get pulled and then the puffer goes in instead. And what if anything, you might say, don't you want to haste the catfish? Well, I guess it's not adjacent, so it doesn't matter. Never mind. I don't know the answer, even if we could have. I feel like we're... Oh, no, this seems fine. So the placement on this seems fine to me. Hasting the catfish gives it more poison, but we don't necessarily want to get more poison. We want to have our shield going off way, way faster. That's our win condition right now. Always, and that may change. How about a golden gold? Have I ever gotten gold from this guy? Is that a thing that can happen? Am I... Okay, you know what? Yes, it can. Okay, drop it off. Let's see what we got here. I'm feeling good, man. Big log popper. What a name. Love to see another bronze apprentice merchant in today's workaday world with so many legends out there. What are you cooking up here? You're gonna break... I hope you don't break my pearl. I need more shield. You've broken my pearl. This looks pretty bad. This looks heinous. We're dead to burn. Well, that was a strong ammo build, man. They had just enough ammo to get the job done. I think if we had been able to live for like another 10 seconds, we might have stabilized, but I give him some credit. +1 max ammo. Poison items have +2 poison for each weapon you have. Maybe we should like consider taking that skill and building around it with like piranhas or something so they stay aquatic. Poisoning an item for 3 seconds early is pretty devious, man. It's pretty devilish. Alright, still feeling great. I feel like it's... You'll forgive me, I feel like it's gotta be skills. Even early. We could poison for a... I mean, a second longer and we don't have to pay for the reroll and then pay for another skill? Sure, man. Jellyfish is kind of what we want. So it'll be like a jellyfish comes out. When you use an adjacent aquatic, you would fit in right there. We would apply another aquatic to the board. And honestly, if we're looking for aquatic items, how could we not fight a fella named Hydro, dude? This seems to be our type of guy. So now the pufferfish seems to be like a lever that we can utilize to maybe get a kill while also stacking some shield. And by some, I mean lots. We can't be killed. We can't. Don't give me that loot, man. Give me... I don't even know what I want, to be honest. I don't think your loot is relevant for me at all. I guess a diamond loot that sells for a lot is good. You're big, so you sell for a lot. You don't really slow, right? Well, we don't slow at all. You're never going to be used. You're probably never going to be used. 30 gold. Silver item. I'm done messing about with the loot, man. You know what? Maybe we keep the port and see what kind of items we get out of it. I think my personal thinking is we're a little past the best before date of the regen being super useful. If we're gonna... Well, you go what? You go every 4 seconds? You go every 6 seconds? Definitely the order was bad there, now that I think about it. Interesting. Doesn't fit, but interesting. Very interesting. We all... aquatic items are really good, though. Maybe it's time to rework our devotion to the docks in a situation like that. 3-win pig. That's a perfect pig up to this point, man. A perfect pig. That being said, I still feel pretty confident that the pig oftentimes... There's a few builds. There's crook with like other medium items. Maybe we run into trouble there. A big Jabalian longbow is... That's an issue as well. But we... I was gonna say we tend to like out-heal or out-shield a pig, but I'm looking at it now and I'm saying I'm no longer as confident as I once was. Because their Jabalian longbow is... It brought some serious heat, man. I can't deny that. The Jabalian longbow brought some serious heat. Alright, still. 2 wins in 4 days is... Actually, I got a smile on my face. That's not that bad. But on today, sure. We'll work on the docks. And now we've knocked it out. You're definitely not what we want. Okay, 49 gold. It'd be nice to make a play. Instead, we're going to XP max and upgrade a silver. Might sound crazy. Maybe it's the most sanest thing you've ever heard, but I think it's the barrel. And I think you just XP max. I think you just XP max. What do you give our shield items? Can you get augmented defenses? I'm not sure I've ever seen augmented defenses. I mean, I've seen, like, the skill. I don't think I've ever seen it given up as loot, though. But that would be, like, fantastic loot for this barrel, man. You know what I would really like? I think fishing rod. Is it which one? Is it fishing rod or fishing net that gives you a small aquatic equal to the rarity of the item? That's fine. Because to get like more pearls would be crazy. Maybe it's I'm asking for too much. That's huge. We've gotten, even though we're not doing super well, we've gotten insanely lucky so far with our items. What if you were to use this? And you have a bug. If I just hold a large item, you're going to get half the cooldown taken away. And you could like dump this, put this in here to get the beach ball hasted. I was really hoping to see a large item, but that's okay. Maybe we'll have another chance. You sell items, some of which may be large, man. That's a large item. Okay. Now, like I said, I think that's a bug, but as I have never seen proof of that, I maintain plausible deniability. Even though everybody I talk about it with goes, yeah, there's no way that could be intentional. That just holding a cove in your backpack halves the cooldown of an item that's already usable. Diamond Fixer Upper, huh? So they're going shielded build. That's actually pretty dangerous for me because I don't erode shield. Wow. But I do apply a lot of shield. They're gonna kill me, man. I lived. Rebuild that shield. Rebuild that shield. Huge, huge. What was your crit chance? 13. Okay, so I don't think we necessarily got super lucky, but I guess just being alive is lucky enough, man. Freeze gold crit. Honestly, on day 5, what about like 2% crit chance per day?
Precise. Merciful.
This is a slap in the face. 2% crit chance a day? 2%. Okay, you know what? First time you crit freeze. Now, you haters will say we have 0% crit chance on everything. Yeah, but that won't last forever, probably. I didn't have space. I didn't have space for what I wanted to. And we already had a port, which means your cooldown was already lower. We didn't need to spend all this money. We want the docks. We would love to engage in a little tomfoolery with the bounty hunter, man. Absolutely. The skill is just like it's a free lunch. I'm loving the perma-haste, too. Our poison is very bad. But if I may be so bold, the poison is mostly just there to keep them ticking down. Our shield is what is supposed to keep us going. We would do well with a way, not to target Vanessa because she hasn't done anything wrong, but we would do well with a way to stop lifesteal builds from just destroying us. But I don't know really what to do to make that happen. Silver Langjean. If you can make a Silver Langjean work on day 6, I should be watching your videos, quite frankly, which maybe is just true broadly. Dude, you know what? By the way, my daughter was in an activity. The only social media I still use, and it's cringe, but also it's not cringe, is Reddit. And you're going to say, why is it cringe? Well, because like a lot of the stuff that gets posted on Reddit is a little like, holds up spork. Iken has cheeseburger. If not for sits, why is it made of warm? But I am a millennial. I'm not saying I vibe with that stuff, but the reason it's not cringe is because all the other social media networks seem to be owned by like openly kind of like bad people. So I guess I'm taking a principled stance to make myself dumber. But maybe that's okay, to be honest. It's not like I had that much to lose to begin with. But on the front page, they served me a Bazaar post, like from the Bazaar subreddit, that said, "Why is YouTube trying to get me to watch so many of this guy's videos?" And it was my face.
I'm pretty laid back.
It was okay. Like, the comments were broadly quite nice, by the way. I'm not complaining. I mean, nice maybe is an overstatement, but they were like, "He's really funny. You will probably, like, there's more accomplished players that you could be watching, but he's pretty funny." I thank you for that. As much as the Enchanted Shop is like a potential force multiplier, I think even having like 1 or 2 or 5% crit chance so we could possibly get an extra freeze off is probably the mathematical play. 2% crit chance. I can live with that, man. Like, it's something. I'm not thrilled, but... Okay, this is a perfect dually. I think a lot of your happiness in a game like this is going to be expectations management, okay? That's why I go in, and you might see it as like moving the goalposts or not having high standards, but that's why I go in and I'll say something like, if we get 4 wins in this episode, I'd be pleased. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some runs where, like, if we got 4, I would be like, we threw like crazy. But broadly, if I go in with low expectations, it's easier to be happy as a result. Also, I have to tell you, like, the Bazaar is tough out here, man. I'm 36 years old, I have a kid. I'm not saying I'm the oldest person playing the game, or the most fatherly person playing the game. Also, we just beat this dually, holy cow. They didn't do anything, their build doesn't do anything. But, you know, I got different priorities pulling me in different places. Everybody's busy, but like a lot of people playing the Bazaar seem to have a much more adept grasp of the game than I do. And part of that is acumen, and part of that is also drive. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say this, you know, this ain't puck, buddy. People are sending their best here. Chant an item with haste. Chant an item with heal, and chant an item with shield. Double shielding barrel. I mean, haste is crazy. But we're not haste maxing because we don't care about our poison that much. So you go double shield barrel. The barrel will scale twice as fast. Now, it doesn't charge, so you're going to get less triggers of shield out of this, but the shield that you get out of this is going to go crazy, I think. I think we may actually want a diamond tier item. At the very least, like, XP was probably a lot better, but that does sell for 8. Chili Charles. No, I think we're on Joyful Jack. I have to remind myself, though, we're not really necessarily in the market for, like, poison upgrades. We're in the market for, I don't know, lower cooldowns, really, so that we get more triggers on everything. Am I a genius? The shielding that we got out of this double shield seems to be disgusting. Your heal items. Always with the heals, man. That being said, after everything I've said, we want extract more than anything else. Because it's the only thing that you have that gives us any sort of material improvement. But, you know, big items sell for more money, so there is that.
We've barely scratched the surface.
Let's see what we got here. Turtle shell. This is going to sound insane. I think you cut puffer for a turtle shell. I do. Hang on, I got a text message I got to look at. Because it's snowing outside. My daughter's school might close midway through the day. Okay, understandable. But we're chill, we're chill, we're chill. I think if we're shield maxing, the poison is largely irrelevant. So we take the turtle shell.
Looks like
I think the lineup is still where we want it to be. 67 gold. At this point, we got a shop. We got so much money. We need that reroll. Not interested?
big bargains.
I mean, I just don't want to mess with it in my inventory, to be honest. Like, seaweed might be a play instead of jellyfish, to be honest.
A weapon instead.
Yeah, I kind of regret clicking the button insanely fast and not really thinking about it. But bronze seaweed, we'll get a better seaweed later, man. Let's give the dualies a chance. They've had it hard lately, based on how they post on the internet. Poison. Poison is not what you like to see. Because shield is not going to do anything for us there. Yeah, we're cooked on this one. The seaweed, I think it was unlikely it would have made a material difference. Look at that shield, though. The shield's stacking up nicely, man. Not that it matters, but... Okay, fair, fair. We snuck out a win against a dually that we expected to beat us, and then we lost to a dually that we might have expected to beat. 7,000 shield! It's gotta be... I was gonna say it's gotta be poison skills, but does it? Maybe like freeze skills, man. First time you get one, and you know what? I mean, we do still poison. A 5-second freeze is because normally people take other skills. They don't just keep clicking on the same skill over and over. I think. Slow 2 items. It's tempting. It's tempting. Not bad. We got at least 2 more days left in us, and we got to 4. Like I think we could have done better, but I think we're doing fine. None of those, please. Yeah, silver seaweed. Now we're talking, but then we would never poison, so we would never get the freeze. But I still think that the heal might make it worthwhile. I gotta take a look at our inventory too. What are we cooking up here, man? We can't sell you yet. We probably don't want to sell the others, so I think we're content where we stand. I would love just a across-the-board cooldown reduction. It's just easy to... You always feel good about it. You're never, like, paralyzed by, like, oh, am I choosing the wrong thing? So I'm predominantly here, I'm just watching to see how well seaweed scales. Because if seaweed starts to heal incredibly nicely, we do a lot better in the mirror match. If I have one regret on this run, 3 skill shops to get a diamond paralytic poison, that's leaving a lot of real estate on the table. My defense is that I thought we were going to do a puffer build, but now I'm realizing the shield is like more powerful than the poison. We're pretty much perma-hasted too. Not quite, but like very close to being perma-hasted. But to start a run with some haste would be very nice. Obviously, this is not what we want to see. You've insulted me. You've insulted the game. We care about crit chance. Probably would just prefer some upgrades, but I can't complain about that. That's like, it's more than we deserve. They really do. They want me that there was a double barrel, golden silencer. There's some good stuff at work here.
Nothing tiny, nothing huge.
A diamond beach ball. Let's buy this. And now, because that was the last time Star Chart could have been useful, we should still have space for whatever we get from the port. Gold tier loot, gold tier ammo. I would still love to see an item that's... Oh, you can't... Yeah, I wish I knew how to quit you. I wish I knew how to quit you, is what did... If Jon Snow was in Brokeback Mountain, Kit Harington in Brokeback Mountain, I just wanted to quit you down there. He doesn't even sound like that. He doesn't sound like that at all. To be clear, he doesn't sound like that in the slightest. All right, let's see how we're cooking against this dually. We have great defense now. We have nothing else, but like we've got good burn defense. We have good poison defense. Now it's just, it's very funny to say this about the Bazaar, But now it's just a numbers game. Okay, being permanently slow is kind of ticking me off. You should knock that out. But otherwise, I'm sorry to say this. This is a rude thing to say, but it's not about you, it's about your build. Your build doesn't do anything. I'm not being a hater, okay? You're slowing my stuff down, but it doesn't matter. You're not making any progress towards victory. You got 70 burn on a dude with 7,000 shield. It just wasn't going to go down any other way. I don't know what to tell you. Now let me peer into the abyss. Not for too long, though, because I've heard... Well, don't worry about it. 12,000 shield out of that golden barrel, man. I would still love, like, an upgraded captain's wheel would hit the spot for sure. Another slow potion. We got extra XP off the wanted poster. I forgot about that. I'm not... You know what? Maybe I am okay with this. Maybe some scrap. Golden scrap. Throw that on the barrel here. It at least gets it started a little bit faster. And I mean, I don't think anybody else has anything we want, so let's XP max. But then again, I don't really know what anybody does in this game. Hang on, when you poison, your items gain a 2% crit chance. You may have convinced me to find a way to get pufferfish out, but that's going to be really hard. But like, our shield actually critting would go crazy. I think. I don't know. I will say, we're really hard to kill. To kill us, you have to slow the whole board down and then do damage, or you have to put poison on us and like debilitate the seaweed, like incapacitate the seaweed. That's tough, man. That's tough. You need good skills. Let's put it that way. Napoleon Dynamite was spitting. Doolies only want runs with good skills, man. You know, freeze skills, crit skills. It's interesting, right? It's interesting. Would you rather haste the adjacent items or up? I don't think shield is a problem for us right now. If anything, might sound a little crazy, but an upgraded captain's wheel, because you haste for 2 seconds, right? Makes everything go faster, thus improving our run across the board. Our shield really doesn't seem to be a problem. I don't think we have any reason to spec into it. Interesting. Interesting. Enchanted items or a rare event? I mean, this is a rare event.
Imperians are here to guide you and sell you a few things.
Is it possible that you could actually become better than the seaweed? You heal for 45, and every time you get hasted, you gain 45 on the heal. Every time you use an aquatic, this gains 50. So this is going to be really good. I could haste you like crazy, man. You know what we can do for a minute? We could like pull this and add this, and then like it's got to be like, I think it's got to be, well, healing is, our shield has been so good, maybe it's like that. And I think we can compare, wow! Wow! Heavy seaweed? Now, like, crit pearl is not that big of a deal, but we did also get them to like diamond level. So one item for 2 seconds, that's kind of crazy, man. Also, we get our poison synergy off of this again as well. So really, like, whatever happens here, the important thing is not win or lose, because we can't control that at this point. The important thing is what's the squeaky wheel. If your shield is staying strong, you probably don't need to slot that pearl back in. If your heals are doing amazing, maybe you pick the best of the catfish or the seaweed, knowing that the catfish also comes with like a freeze. So they're a poison build. I'm just gonna say it though. I'm the type of fella that's gonna be a little tricky to kill, I think. They're finding a way. Or are they, dude? I don't know. Are they? They might just beat me in the sandstorm. Water wheel. Why didn't I think of that? Oh my god, barrel's not that it matters for this fight specifically. They're gonna die to my poison. Holy cow. A barrel is not aquatic, so it's never gonna get hasted if we set it up like this. We don't need it to be hasted though. We're already generating so much shield. Well, against a build that didn't have any weapons. You did. You poisoned for 720, you healed for 10,000. But you slowed for 12 seconds? Or I don't know, maybe you slowed 12 times, so 24 seconds of slow? It's a tough choice, man. I don't know what to say.
I'm not a fitness trainer. I train your perception.
First 5 times you slow haste a vehicle, you must be joking. Okay, you know what? Haste 1 aquatic item, see if I care. For right now, I mean, I think we just built that we beat a pretty good build. So I think we should chill on my goat. I don't think you guys are ever making it back on the board. Now you might. Okay, skill upgrades. What do you think? 6 seconds of freeze? 2 aquatic items is much, much better. I don't know what kind of... you know what? Captain's Wheel would be an incredible tool. I don't know if we have the gold for it.
Last time I ever went cheap on tools.
But no, not necessary. And... I'm not that type of fella, I'm sorry to say. I'm curious if I want to put haste on you. Let's try this out for a minute here. Because we really, like, if we're shield maxing and this guy does a lot of shield damage, because he does a lot of red, then maybe we don't care as much about making sure the catfish gets hasted. Keeping in mind it's going to generate a lot of ambient haste anyway. Or it's going to be the benefactor of a lot of... that's probably, I'm using the word in the reverse direction of what I'm supposed to. It's going to be the beneficiary of a lot of passive haste from the beach ball. I can't be killed. I know that for a fact. Things you say before dying. We can't lose. We can't lose this one. Right, Soul of the District, I think, well, I was going to say he would have eaten our lunch, but I guess it depends on the speed at which we add poison. You really were the perfect item to get from an enchanted shop, man. User property, that's a good one. real helpful for a guy like me. Not that anything he had would have made it onto the board.
I have so much new stuff to show you.
Whiff. It's a whiff, but it's not that bad. I'm fishing for you and you, basically.
Or the clanger?
We go again.
This counts for peace.
This one, oftentimes, it pays for itself.
Friend, but I'm glad you bought this.
Like, exactly, unfortunately. Ew, right. You know what? You need a large item. You sell that, buy this. I don't really expect it to make a huge difference, but... Gold tier aquatic? Gold tier aquatic? That, oh, we're fishing. It's art imitates life, man. We're fishing here. I don't want to see your glistening background. Regulus 20? I mean, look who's talking, but... with the animated NFT pig and everything? What do you got going on here? Yo-yo matchbox with some freezing. Well, I got no freeze defense. That's definitely true. But I'm trying to figure out how you're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me with burn. Which, I'm not gonna lie to you, it could happen, man, because there's an awful lot of freezing coming out here. I appear to be dying for sure. I appear to have no defense against the dark arts. That's a good build. How'd you get so much freeze? I'm not sus. I'm just saying that's like, I'm impressed. I'm learning. Okay, enchantment. Enchant an item with crit effects. Well, you know what? Hang on. I don't even know if you could... this is my How Bizarre moment. Beach ball. Your aquatic items gain 10% crit chance. Captain's wheel. Doesn't have one. 10% crit chance? I'd like to look at my recap to see how much you do. I think I'm gonna take the 10% crit chance, man. The items go off fairly frequently. Oh, but you're not aquatic!
I'm a good swimmer.
We do get a freeze the more we crit. This is such a plausible 7 run, man. 7 win run. First 5 times you slow, charge a poison 1 second. We do slow, but I think we'd rather just have the early haste to get our engine started faster. We don't have any gold, so... Gain 5 gold on day 11 does feel pretty bad. And so shield... to be honest, shield would have helped us on the last fight. But, you know... There's no way to know that necessarily until you get into the fight and see what the opponent has. Against the AI, it's a little easier because they're not switching up their loadouts all that often or ever. Okay, you can't kill me. You can't kill me in any way that matters. Isn't that what they say, like on Tumblr or whatever? I don't know. It's not for me to say. Still looking pretty good. I do want to just I want to see if we have any passengers on this team.
Waste of gunpowder.
And the worst item is probably the catfish, but it's still doing an awful lot. Like, I know it's like, well, the shield could be better, but like we don't need the shield to be better. We need, like, you don't get it, okay? When you use the item to the left, haste the item to the right. That's kind of crazy. And could work in a different build. Although I could... Left haste the item to the right, 2 seconds. Take this guy. Oh, but we don't have any charge items anymore. They would only really work if we had a charge item. I don't feel like I can take you out, because your slow is just so good. Or at least it could be. I'm hoping. To be honest, like, I hate to do it, but it might be the spare change. Just so we have enough money to maybe make use of the last shop. Oh, you were a charge item, that's right, that's right. You know what? So it might be the only time in our entire lives we see this guy.
Will inspire the crew.
I don't know why I thought your heal would get better as well. It's my favorite event. Money, lots of money. A gold tier skill, that's way better. Well, okay, it's not, if it's an ammo skill, not so much, but it might intimidate our opponent though. I'm believing. So what have I done? I have nerfed our shield in order to make our heal better. They're gonna do damage. Force field is damage. It being frozen for 6 seconds, maybe it doesn't even help me that much, but it gives us more time to put up some shield. Ah! Yeah, well, you crit me for 10,000. So if I'm being honest, we're probably cooked regardless, but it would have been better to have you over there. Either way, a good run. I can't be upset about the quality of this run. We got to 6, which is very solid for a guy like me in the current environment, at least. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. See ya!